All right, y'all. I have a lot of people asking me, what should the Seattle Seahawks do with that pick if it's not Jalen Carter? I keep talking about going defense, and many people want to know about Will Anderson. He's somebody who I suggested before. Now I'm starting to think about it. You have to allocate your resources to different things, and I keep forgetting about a couple of players. One being your man, Darrell Taylor. Not really forgetting about Darrell Taylor. It's just the significance of Darrell Taylor on the roster, because you believe that he would be anything that you think a Will Anderson could be when you drafted him. And sometimes, man, he looks pretty good. There's no doubt about that, man, right? You see him right here. I love this particular rush. See him with that get off there. Look at the dip. Continue to work. And he's on it. Absolutely on it right there. He has a kind of a weird running style. Doesn't look that smooth. Looks kind of gangly. We saw when he had that strip and scoop, he looked mad slow. Look at him right here. Work this. Look at the pad level. Elevation drop there. At the moment of truth right here, you catch this man on his heels because you slow play him. Get him right there, and then you burst. Around that corner, stick that right foot in the ground, give him half a man to be able to run that arc. You don't want to give him the entire presentation right there, because then he can center you up there. But you can see right there, man, the man cannot follow in his kick step phase. He would have to have abandoned technique and then the dexterity right there to be able to dip it low like Christina Milian. He really dips it low. Look at that. He has his hand on the ground right there, running that arc, corralling your man Sam Darnold. If he looks like that, a lot of the times, man, you would think there's no way you would devote anything to the edge. Sometimes I believe Darrell Taylor is a complete fuck up. Like, he's out there, and I think he doesn't have regard, or he doesn't have respect for the team sometimes. Sometimes he just seems like he's out there playing for himself. Like something like that. He would have a good play like that sack, and then he would have a play like this right here where I'm just like, wow. This is actually very good effort from him, bending on the inside. But how many times have you seen this? Look at this right now. Sam Darnold has thrown the ball away. There's no way he doesn't see it. You can see it in Sam Darnold's body language and everything. But then he still has to not only grab this man who's throwing the ball away, he takes him to the ground. They were so lucky that that wasn't called in the game. To me, that was an egregious penalty at that. And I feel like he always has some kind of weird penalty like this, where I'm not sure if it's just the fact that he needs more playing time and he's trying to go all out, or it's just the fact that, man, he's just out there just trying to be a one-man band with it. And then those type of cats hurt a cohesive unit, if you get what I'm saying there. Cannot forget that Seattle drafted this guy this past draft with the top 40 pick, he being Boye Mafe. Now look at Boye Mafe here go against the great Trent Williams. Bench press him slightly, run down the line of scrimmage, flat down the line of scrimmage. I like this play right here, right? He's almost pressed out to the nines too in a motorcycle stance. Remember, he was drafted to be in a 3-4 defense. Darrell Taylor wasn't drafted to be in a 3-4 defense. Uchenna Nwosu was brought over to be in a 3-4 defense. These guys fit the scheme. Their body types and everything fit the scheme. Up to 250 pounds at that linebacker position, some of the stuff that you have to do here. But look at him. Get here. Look at him. Immediately is the first man, right? First man with hands. First man with hands gets on the inside right here, being able to survey. Now look at him. You can say that he gets upfield here. He's able to read that, get upfield. But look at Uchenna Nwosu. He's the unblocked defender, the R-marked card there. He's able to flush Garoppolo, and then you see Mafe continue to work flat down the line of scrimmage, gets himself a sack. Working in tandem with Nwosu. Two guys brought in to be pillars for that 3-4 defense. Working out of that nickel package, you still got motorcycle stances here from both Mafe, and then look at Darrell Taylor as well. I like Mafe right here with this down the line backside pursuit. Look at that. Right on Tyrion Davis-Price right there. Look at my man Darrell Taylor right here, though. Look at him taking an inside approach, completely giving up that edge right there, right? Completely giving up containment right there. All in another man's gap, right? Not practicing gapstinence there. And if this tight end right here could have climbed up on on Jordan Brooks here. That would have been 88 and out the gate had Tyrion Davis-Price kept that bad boy front side, but he cuts it back, and you see him running right down the line of scrimmage there. So look at this. The man had 6.5 sacks his first season playing, missed that entire rookie season. So this is technically just his second year in the NFL actually playing football, and he has 5 sacks so far this year, 3 forced fumbles, and as you can see right here, sometimes, man, seems like he's just out there, or you forget that he's even really on the team. And then sometimes he makes splash plays. Can he be the guy that takes that next step to get it to where you don't need to draft another edge player? Your thing would be to not have a bunch of guys drafted high at one position where only a couple of them can really play at the same time. Having guys on the interior, if you have 3 interior players and you have a bunch of guys rotating in, yeah. But sometimes as an edge player, you need to be able to get that rhythm anyway to really get into the flow of action there. And you already have Nwosu, who you don't want to take off the field. And then you have, of course, Taylor, Mafe. I don't know. Maybe one more edge guy? You got to let me know what you think about that. As a matter of fact, let's look at Will Anderson. All right, as we see right here, Will Anderson coming out of a motorcycle stance 99% of the time. It is a true odd front scheme that he plays in under Nick Saban. He is an outside linebacker. He's an edge player. He is not a base defensive end or anything of the sort. He's a scheme-specific fit for anybody running a 3-4, but I believe he could definitely fit in if anybody wants to run sort of a wide 9 type scheme as well. He'll only get bigger, but he's definitely big enough already, pause. But if we see right here, man, people are talking about, is he big enough? I'm telling you, you stay long enough, people will start to pick you apart. He's been a superstar since he's a freshman. Now he's in his 3rd year. People are just having to find ways to try to pick him apart like they did Trevor Lawrence. And see how that's working out. Lawrence busting people's ass just like I said he would. But here we go right here. Check this out. Look at this. Bench pressing that man. You see that? You see that? Listen, all you people always talk about the SEC when it's convenient, but he plays against SEC competition in the SEC West, right? He's going against some of your better tackles that we've seen, period, whether it be through his regular schedule, out of conference schedule, and into the playoffs as well. So we see him right here, right? He's taking inventory, right? Every move is going to be something different for him, no matter even if it's the same move. You see him taking inventory, stick that foot in the ground like he's going to run the arc, and then get up into his chest. Now look at this, right? Fight the hands, right? Pity pat with him, fight the hands just to get into his chest, and then you see the offensive lineman here unable to dock the boat. Look at the boat right here. It is sailing way up into the ocean right there. My man is getting his just desserts for not dropping that anchor right there. Pushed him all up into Robbie Ashford, and then boom, there you have it. Your man Will Anderson doing his 1-2 thing, like his 34th or 35th sack or something like that in college, and people still talking. Look at this. Oh! Don't be doubting Will Anderson. Let's not do that. All right, real quick. 6'4", 243, Will Anderson Jr. here in his true junior season, not in the NFL weightlifting program where you got time and everything like that, and he's already 243 pounds. He's not too far from Uchenna Nwosu or anybody else who you think of as a 3-4 outside linebacker like, say, a Khalil Mack or a Von Miller. These guys are that size. That's the going rate, ladies and gentlemen, right? Around 250 pounds. He'll be that easily, right? So everyone wants to hate on Will Anderson this year, and I don't understand why. You going to hate on somebody with like 35 total sacks in 3 seasons in the SEC, and y'all always pump up the SEC like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread? You can't have it both ways, man. This guy is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. He definitely fits a 3-4 team. Definitely deserve it of a top 5 pick as well. The Seattle Seahawks, hey, man, if they were to get Will Anderson, they had that type of rotation there with Mafe, Nwosu, Anderson, and who am I missing? Darrell Taylor. That's a pretty dope-ass rotation. No doubt about that. You could probably do some things there, and you get into some of your hybrid packages and everything on fabricated rush schemes. You can do a lot of stuff there. So, hey, if I was a Seattle Seahawks fan, I wouldn't be opposed to it. No doubt about that. The first player, though, would have to be somebody on the inside. Somebody like Jalen Carter. I keep stressing it every week. But if he's not available and the dumbass Chicago Bears, right, were to get him ahead of the Seahawks when they need help or definitely need help on offense, no doubt about that. Got a quarterback out there running around like a running back, but they would go with a defensive player like Jalen Carter, and this was the alternative. Hey, I don't know. Trading back is another alternative as well, accumulating picks, because there's still some edge players that are pretty dope, like a Miles Murphy. Not so sure he fits a 3-4 as well as a Will Anderson would. But, man, if they were to scrap that and go back to that old defense, Miles Murphy is perfect. He's like 6'5", 270 or something like that. And a base and athletic cat like that, he will be balling for sure. So let me know what you think about that. I definitely have a whole bunch of different ways they can attack these first few picks, and we'll be going over them, no doubt about that. All right, but it's your boy, Mid-Atlantic Murph. Thanks as always. Appreciate you folks out there. Strike the band.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.